Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And today I'm going to share with you guys my full story of my love-hate relationship with OnePlus. Now, a lot of this happened before I even had a channel, so I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of stuff that I've never shared with anyone. And it all starts in 2013 with the OnePlus One. And when this OnePlus One was released, I was a huge fan. I absolutely was so excited about the release of this flagship killer. And I remember when I got my OnePlus One with the sandstone back, clean, cyanogen software. I loved the phone. And in the next year, I pretty much used this phone quite a lot. Then the OnePlus Two was released, and it was not as, favorably appreciated as the OnePlus One. One big omission was lack of NFC. And I remember at the time joining the OnePlus community in the forums, defending the OnePlus 2 despite not having NFC. I remember just still loving the phone, and I didn't have a channel then, so I would just talk with my friends about it, but I still loved what OnePlus was doing. And fast forward to the OnePlus 3 and the 3T, excellent phones. I really did love those phones as well. But now we fast forward to 2017 and the release of the OnePlus 5, and this is when things for me started getting a bit questionable. So I was very excited about the OnePlus 5, and when it was released, I officially ordered a OnePlus 5 from the store, from the OnePlus store. But at the same time, and shout out to my guy Lampo, he was able to get me a unit even earlier than that. And so what I wanted to do was go ahead and cancel the original OnePlus 5 order. And so I go to the OnePlus website, and at this point the phone wasn't expected for at least 5 days or maybe even longer than that. But I wanted to cancel my order because I had already bought the phone from my guy. And so I'm going to cancel the order. And what do you think happens? The moment I click cancel order, it went from processing items and 5 days to shipment to shipped. That's right, guys, to shipped. And I was just stunned in the moment because I was like, did I do something wrong? I clicked cancel the order and the phone automatically shipped. And guess what? It arrived within 1 or 2 days after that fact. And I just remember really being upset about this. How can OnePlus ship a phone when just 1 second ago it was expected to be shipped in 5 days? I just didn't understand it. I remember going back and forth with OnePlus customer support and them saying, well, we're sending the phone out, and they were not really helpful, guys. And so in the end, I ended up getting this OnePlus officially from the store. And what I actually had to do was I eventually sold back that, I think it was maybe a China version of the OnePlus 5 back to my guy Lampo to keep the official OnePlus 5 that I bought from OnePlus. But that's only a part of the story because then the phone arrived and I started playing with it and something was just off about the display. And I remember kind of looking on the forum saying, is anyone else noticing this kind of weird issue? I can't describe it. And then I go into the forums and I find out that the OnePlus 5 is suffering from a thing called jelly scrolling. And what is that? It is the result of OnePlus having shipped the phone with the LCD panel actually inverted on the phone. And you can actually recreate this with your own phone. Flip it over and scroll and you'll notice this effect. You'll rarely notice it on your normal phones because the screen is always the right way up. But for some reason on the OnePlus 5, they chose to invert the screen and it led to this jelly scrolling issue, which once I could see it, I could not unsee. And I was just so upset. I went on a big rant, I remember the OnePlus forums, just saying how could this be acceptable? None of my previous OnePlus phones had this issue, and now I can't unsee it. I just don't understand. Now, I eventually sold that OnePlus 5, and I vowed to myself at that point I would never use another OnePlus phone again. But now comes the love story because obviously the OnePlus 5T was released. And initially I just wanted to try the phone just to see if they had fixed the jelly scrolling, which they had. And the 5T was actually a great release, and the subsequent 6 and 6T and 7 releases were all great. I always had my issues with these phones, like the tinny vibration motor and other issues, and maybe the camera quality, but overall they slowly started winning me over, and I've reviewed a lot of OnePlus phones here on the channel. One of my first videos ever was on the OnePlus 6. And I've reviewed the 6T, the 7 Pro, the 7T, and now most recently the OnePlus 8 Pro. And every subsequent generation of OnePlus has gotten better. And this I can easily tell you is one of the best Android phones I've used this year, if not maybe one of the best I've ever used. And about 1 month ago, I think my relationship with OnePlus was at one of the highest points it's been. I call Oxygen OS my favorite Android skin on the market, and to this day offers the cleanest and slickest experience on any Android phone in my opinion. And then we come to the Nord. And it wasn't so much the hype for the OnePlus Nord that I disliked. It wasn't even the fact that OnePlus thought they merited a documentary series about a phone release, which I thought was a little bit silly. But as you guys know, the big issue I've had with OnePlus has been the way that they've misinformed people about the build quality of the phone. Now, plastic build on phones is a non-issue for me. There are some great plastic build phones out there like the Poco F1, the Redmi 10X Pro, the Mi 10 Lite 5G. I have no issues with that. It's more when companies misinform or obfuscate to not share the true details of the build quality of a phone with consumers. And a quick Google search will prove that. You'll see so many articles still claiming that the OnePlus Nord is an aluminum frame with a glass back. Now, I understand a lot of companies aren't as clear about the materials of the phone, but given my track record and experience with OnePlus, just like my previous experiences with the cancellation of that OnePlus 5, and now this misinformation about the OnePlus Nord, it's just indicative of a company that I think sometimes practices in a shady manner. And there's a general arrogance about OnePlus that I do feel is there. They make some great products, there's no denying that, and I absolutely think this OnePlus 8 Pro represents the pinnacle of Android phones right now. But at the same time, I think about the company behind these products and all the experiences I've had, which make for a very peculiar relationship that I have with OnePlus. It is love of their products, but also a lot of disliking their strategies and some of their practices that I've actually experienced firsthand. Now, to you guys out there who love the OnePlus Nord, good for you, and I'm sure it's going to be a great experience. I've now decided I'm not reviewing the OnePlus Nord. I don't want to give OnePlus any of my hard-earned money at this point for what I consider is a misinformation of this device to the public. And unfortunately, it also gives me a bit of a negative feel in actually recommending or just using their products right now. And so that's it for this video, guys. You know the whole story, and apologies if I rambled or ranted too much in this video, but I just wanted to share with you guys the full story of my relationship with OnePlus. I've loved them, I've hated them, I've loved them, and I'm now kind of more in the hate side of my relationship with them after this whole experience. So that's the reality, but I just wanted to be completely transparent and honest with you guys, and I hope this video gave you more insights why I do love a lot of OnePlus's products, but I really don't like a lot of the strategies and aspects of this company right now. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. And new workstation setup here, guys. So hopefully we'll be doing more of these face-to-face videos moving forward. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, that's it for this one. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. So good. It's such a good phone, but it's such a shady company. Just don't get it.